Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy, how you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval 2 Total War Definitive Edition here today on the channel. We're back with episode 17 of our Byzantine Roman series. We're back on the SSHIP mod. Here today, we're going to continue to rebuild and restore the Eastern Roman Empire. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. Would really much appreciate it. Let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments. Leave a comment for the algorithm, the algo. Alright, so we're currently under the reign of Emperor Alexios the Tyrant. He's 59, and we've managed to fix up our line of succession. So, it will fall to our new co-emperor, who has been named as Jonas. I guess he'll be Jonas the Second if he comes of age. So, technically he's third in line. His father would be second, but it's bounced from him. And he's actually had a son with the French princess, which is nice. We also have another line here. So these guys are like, what, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in line. Emilianos here, Nikitas, Komenos, and then we've got the female line over here as well. So far the family tree is looking a little bit more stable. So in the last episode we had a war with the Fatimid Caliphate. We managed to throw them back, and we probably could move this army now back to Italy. Well, it was eventually going there before it got called back. We're still holding at least a full stack and a lot of territory in Mesopotamia. Jonas is over here. We might eventually make a play against more Abbasid Caliphate territory. We are at war with them. We have a peace treaty with the Egyptians, and we are currently at war with Sicily. We're going to try and get rid of some of these agents here in and around Mesopotamia. We're still dealing with some level of public order disruption. So let's make sure we target these guys. Oh nice, that was at 22% there. But diplomacy-wise, we still have an alliance with the Seljuks, the Serbs, the Cumans, which is quite nice. We managed to crush the Egyptians in the last part quite convincingly, 3-4 stacks or so. And we also technically have an alliance with the French. We've hit our short victory conditions. 44. Alexios the Killer. Interesting name, I suppose. Ah, okay. They actually attacked me. What? Oh, the crusade ended, that's why. The Hungarians took it. Oh, that's annoying. Damn. They might have moved if there was another turn. So it looks like we're at war with Pisa now. We're going to have to deal with them. That's unfortunate. Well, at least we've got an army heading there. Okay. So, the Hungarians hold Dardan, I guess. So we're 3 turns away. Okay, so how big is that? It's half a stack. And they've moved up another army as well. We could look to intercept that if it comes to Rome. We'll keep an eye out. We're still trying to hold the peninsula. We have Rome, which we took from the papacy. I'm pretty sure you can't fully destroy them. They're just perpetually going to spawn. If the Pope's army starts to grow, we might try and dwindle it down. So let's move a full stack to Rome to deal with this. Well, I did obviously want the Italian peninsula fully under Roman control at some point, but I was in no rush. We're still converting the peninsula back to Orthodoxy rather than Catholic. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. So it looks like they haven't attacked me in Rome, and they haven't pushed for us in Sicily either. Death stalks the land in Acca. Natural causes. New family members. Nice. Alright, I think we're good there. Huh. That army actually rebelled. As if. Well, we're going to use this captain to try and farm some of my assassin stats. It's always worth farming up the agents. Okay, so public order's relatively okay here. We just need to make sure we stop those agents. So eventually, once the public order is okay, we'll make an army and push against the Abbasids, unless they accept peace. We have a loose peace with the Egyptians. We ideally want all of the territory, but we managed to take Ascalon, even Damiat on the coast there. So we have benefited quite well. And I'm surprised we're still at war with Sicily. They must have territory in North Africa, or potentially Sardinia and Corsica. So we'll wait for this reinforcing army to come. Ooh, I might have stuffed up there. That's a Pisa fleet. Oh my god, there's another one. Yikes. Oh, there's a third. How? Oh, I might have just lost a full stack there. Oh, rip. We've been caught on the open water. Okay, they still haven't attacked. Do I try and... Okay, I think we're okay. I'm surprised they haven't besieged Rome. Alright, here they come. So... Heraclianides. He's one of the Emperor's cousins. Alright, well, let's face this one against Pisa. Leopold de Genoa. Interesting name. Alright, so we took Palmyra from the Sicilians, and now we have to defend this city. It was a big famed castle, which we converted. Alright, so we have 4 units of heavily armoured Scitatoi spearmen, decent amount of archers, 1 unit of mercenary spears. We also have recruited 1 unit of Norman archers. As we are in Norman Sicily, we have access to that recruitment pool, which is quite nice. So, a general with a loose connection to the Imperial line. Probably his great-grandfather was emperor at some point. But he's a part of our family through the female line. Okay, now unfortunately we've got no cavalry in this build, so we can't charge out and try and intercept them. We're just going to have to try and fight them on the walls. Now, if we do so, we do get a bonus. We'll try and get our archers to get some shots off early, and then we'll try and rotate them down and around. Get them off the walls once they've got their shots off, once they get a little bit close, and then we'll push back and then try and focus all my archers on firing anything that comes through that town square. So 2 ladders coming in, 1 battering ram, 2 siege towers as well. Okay, not favoured to win this one. But this former crusading army, damn surprised attacked us. Oh, we need to slightly move here. Oh, that could be bad. Hang on, lucky I caught that. They were going slightly to the left. Not so flush. Alright, here they come. Now we should be well suited for this. Heavily armoured, sitting on the walls with the bonus. Time is on our side. I think holding the walls is definitely the play. We could have pushed further back, maybe through the narrow streets. We shall see. Let's reform that. Just make that a little bit better. So Pisa have moved 2 full stacks in. We are slightly outnumbered on the peninsula. We haven't got like a unified army, let's say. Okay, here they come. The Pisans wanting to liberate the Catholic populace from Rome and in and around the Italian city-states. They come. I am surprised the Pope hasn't called a crusade against us.
The walls are no
I suppose they hate the Caliphate more, maybe. I don't know. Okay. So we're holding. Oh, my archers. Even though I gave the command, it's because we've got skirmish mode on. Some of them have moved there. We need to try and head on back. That would be ideal. And then we'll get some shots off. Nice. Okay, so the balance of power is slowly but surely swinging around in our favor.
To arms, General! The enemy's ram has breached the gates!
Okay, so the gateway is now being breached, and we'll try and fire into that. Why are they pushing in Levy crossbowmen first? Okay, no, there's a mixture there of some spearmen. Okay, we're still holding. I don't want to give out any attack orders because we're just going to get run through. We're better off sitting on the defensive. Now, if we can get to a point where we can throw back a unit on the walls, we can reallocate it to a better position. We can't just let it sitting there. Okay. So a lot of them are coming through the gateway. Okay, so it's not too bad. Some of it's hitting the top of the gate. Maybe just need to move the general back slightly. Going for that low angle archer arc. Do you know when they hit it like very like vertical instead of like up and over? Hitting it a lot lower is a lot better. Oh, nice. Lapo de Genoa. I guess he's of Genoa. He's been sniped. He's been killed. Nice. That's probably just won us the battle there. It capitulated a unit on the wall. Remove you. Nice. With the enemy general now dead, the battle should swing in our favor. We've won on the left-hand side here. Actually, get my archers to hit that. You actually might be able to hit it clear. I'm going for the units that are coming through the gateway. Actually, if you're on the walls, we might be able to target. Look at this. Oh, perfect. Not only are we hitting bank smack on top, we're hitting them in the sides where their armor is weak. Yeah, I think we've got this now. I think what we have going on here, what they say in the business, we're going Gucci. We're going good. Okay, they've routed there. Still holding on the walls. Shaken, just push now. I'm more than happy to go on the offensive for this attack. So they did wait us out at least a turn or so, which made it a little bit challenging, public order-wise. But I think we're going to be able to win a glorious victory here today against the Pisans. So they have Florenzi. If this guy's called Genoa, I'm assuming they have Genoa. So we might be able to go on an offensive. It just depends if I can move potentially the full stack and Emperor out of Rome. Quelling the populace there has been a little bit hard. Let's run them down. Clear victory, a heroic one. 333 lost. And Leonidas defends Pomoranos. Oh, but as we've won a glorious victory during the end turn here, we've got to deal with this. Oh my god, I thought you got ran down. Okay, I think we might have averted danger there. Yikes, that could have been a big misplay. A beauty in Venice. An exceptional, beautiful, noble lady has arrived at the Venetian court. Maintaining high public order becomes difficult. Oh, so you actually get +1 popularity. Oh, so maybe I should constantly marry into family trees because it gives you like a public order bonus. Interesting, because it adds a trait, doesn't it? She's not that good. 19. Because yeah, okay, so maybe even though it might be a bit weird for Catholic factions to go into Orthodox, marry into Orthodox, and like vice versa, you do get some nice traits. So if... Yeah, so okay, I've changed my thinking of that. So if you do have a faction leader and heir, you should really try and find a princess if you can. Because you can get some really good traits. Oh, okay. Because Jonas here himself technically has Hungarian blood, and then his future children will be have French. Okay, so Heracles Leonidas. Yes, so oh wait, he's actually the emperor's great nephew. Maria, it's his sisters. Interesting. Okay, so there actually was more of a connection than what I thought. So the co-emperor, the future emperor, Emperor Jonas, co-emperor, 38, he's got 2 sons, so the line's going to continue through him. So we're not going to have a succession problem. Yeah, I changed my thinking back and forth. I was thinking like, oh, I'm more than happy to, if we've got some guy who gets adopted, he's a 5-star commander, goes on a bit of a crusade and conquest, he should be emperor, but we haven't really had anyone. All my fantastic commanders have been from the male line, because we just haven't had... First of all, we haven't been wielding that many legions at one time, usually only 2 or 3, and then I just so happened to give it through the major lines. Okay, so a little bit of public order issue here. We've defended our Sicilian homeland, and we'll reshuffle this. They're just sitting on a bridge. That's unfortunate. So I don't really have that much of an ambition to push against them. Oh yeah, so Paris. Okay. So the HRE holds Orleans. Paris is held by the Romans. Oh no. The French are very much on the back foot for this series. Yikes. Wait, what? The Holy Roman Empire wants an alliance with the Romans. Okay. I think I'll accept that. Yeah, sure. Can I get map information? How big are you? Just rejected. Alright, so the 2 empires want to coexist. They're going to smash that ship, unfortunately. So we're going to have to disembark him. He's going to have to make his way through Greece. Yikes. I guess it works out. Nearly got taken out on the Mediterranean. There's a lot of females. Oh yeah, sure, I guess we'll marry her off. Okay, maybe put that to normal. Okay, so at the moment, we're going to try and get this full stack over to southern Italy, so it should be able to free up the army in Rome, and then he can go on his counter-offensive. Oh, looks like they moved that Pisan army back, though. I don't know where, maybe it's in the fog of war somewhere. Let's get a diplomat in Rome. The Fatimids still moving a lot of units around. I will redeclare war upon them at some point, when we're not engaged in a war with Pisa now. Sicily, we haven't seen much of. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Venice has now attacked me. So it looks like 2 main factions that sit on the peninsula are trying to throw the Romans out. What unfortunate timing for you, because, would you believe it, we've got a full stack just off the coast. Perfect timing. Well, we can probably throw them back quite easily. So we've been besieged in southern Italy. So if I'm... Yeah, we got so much movement. What even is in this army? Nothing crazy. Oh, that's actually gone to a half a stack. That's interesting. That was only 1 unit for quite some time. Do they want peace? No, okay. Maybe we have to take some territory from them. I suppose we negotiate with England. I want to see your map information. 3,000 for 2 turns. I'll accept that and then do the regular tribute cheese. Oh, wow. They lost York? The Scots are really doing a number on them. Alright, back down here. Let's throw back this Venetian army. Okay. We outnumber them by a fair bit. About 1,000. Alright, Venetian 4-star. Interesting army build. A lot of cavalry. Not many archers. We don't really have that many either, to be honest. This is more of a garrison army. But anyway. So, we're facing off the Italian states here today. So, our first battle against the Venetians. Man. Okay. We could make a play for... Is it Iconia? Maybe. Venice, eventually. I was sort of happy to coexist on the peninsula. But if we have an opportunity to take all of it in a defensive war, I guess we will. So let's move everyone up. And we've got reinforcements as well. Only 4 archer units, 2 crossbow. And we're going to be playing this one with the Emperor's cousin, Nikitas, who is, well, he's now probably 5th or 6th in line. Still hasn't been married off. I kind of wish he was. I don't want some of the Komnenos' lines to die out. But eventually, once we have waited a little bit of time for the resistance and martial law to subside in Mesopotamia, if the Abbasid Caliphate don't want peace, we're just going to have to continue to push them. They mustn't have too much territory left. They are getting pushed by us and the Seljuks. Still keeping a watchful eye on Georgia. I could make a play for the Caucasus. It might be easier to take that Orthodox territory. We'll move up. We don't want to attack any... We don't want to attack these units just yet. We just want to lock them down, and then we'll try and flank. Ideally. Here we come. Here we go. Here comes Venice. They are fighting for gold. They're fighting for merchants' money. We're fighting for a dream. The dream of the restoration of the Roman Empire. Oh, what a dream. Okay. But that's this mod for you. It takes a little bit of time to conquer and hold and essentially assimilate territory. I like it. It's nice and slow and methodical. The best way to describe it, it's like the DEI for Medieval 2, if you've played that in Rome 2. And by the time, quite usually, that I'm ready to go on an offensive, quite often we just get attacked. So, once this full stack throws back this Venetian army, ideally I'll try and at least move this to Rome, try and disperse it, and then we'll allow the Emperor to go straight for Rome. But the thing is, like, we can't leave Rome without putting like a full stack in place, because the populace just would rebel. I am building priests. We did get a priest bonus with the Anna common. I think it was an Anna. Was it? Was it was it Theodora? No, I think it was Anna. Komnenos. She had an event which gave us a buff to priests, which is nice. But I went through it in the last episode. It just takes so long to get the religious conversion going. Pushing into non-Orthodox Chord territory. It actually might be a legitimate play to betray the Serbs just to push in there and take it, so then we don't have to leave armies that long. But they've been quite a decent buffer state. I'm quite thankful that the Cumans and the Serbs haven't really interfered with our sphere of influence. Same with the Hungarians, I suppose, but we did have a marital relation with them. Not necessarily an alliance, but a loose amount. You forget that our current emperor is half Hungarian.
Half the enemy force remains.
Okay, so we've actually surprisingly done incredibly well in the center there. Oh, is it because the reinforcing army came through and hit it? That's where the blue is. The left side is now buckled, and I'm more than competent to put out some attack plans. So 2 archers. Yeah, the crossbows probably would have done a little bit better. But looks like Nikitas is going to win his first major battle for the Empire. Back in the steppes of Italy. Back in his ancestral homeland. Yeah, what happened to the Sicilians? We haven't seen much of them. I don't know where they are. I'd love to know. We had a couple good wars, but maybe they're just like super deep into North Africa. Dealing with the Moors and the Egyptians potentially. Who knows? But it looks like the Holy Roman Empire is becoming a massive player in this series. We haven't yet moved into their sphere of influence, but the Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Emperor, has wanted an alliance with the Roman Empire, the true Roman Empire. To be fair, they probably were big fans of us taking out the Pope. Speaking of that, that's a full stack there. We might actually need to deal with that before we push for Florence, ideally. The thing is, I think it's just going to perpetually spawn if we keep on targeting him. So, I guess we just let him sit there. Unless the army goes. Alright, how are they not capitulated yet? Just trying to run down as many of them as we can. Oh, nice. And we've won. An average victory. We still lost 1,000 though. Yikes, a bit high. But ultimately it's going to be a good result because we've crushed a full stack of Venetians. Damn. To be honest, I'm surprised it's been 72 turns since a war broke out with the Venetians. I think they start off at war with us in vanilla from the get-go. Maybe because they didn't push... Oh no, they got a little bit of Illyrian territory there you can see to the north. Maybe because of the Serbs they didn't push too far south. Maybe they've been really dealing with them. So they do have a Konya there on the coast. The Abbasids rise in Egypt. In the years come... Oh, okay, so this is... Oh, okay, that might actually do some stuff. Let's marry you off. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, public order. Like, we've got half a stack there being tied up. Let's try and bring as many over... What? Let's try and bring over as many reinforcements as we can. Getting bloody tongue-tied. Yes. I guess we just try and run down the last of them that got away. They can't run anymore, so... Yeah, there's even like... Look how many units we have to commit on a low tax rate even. Kind of crazy. Okay, that'll do. So, let's get you... Ooh. I was going to say, we need to head you to Rome, but actually, we might just get the Emperor to come out. Yeah, he should be able to get rid of Pope Leo. Maybe release will be chivalrous. He can't go anywhere because he hasn't got any settlements under his control. And now we should be able to move up. Nathaniel Vikos. Oh, right. So that's the Emperor's granddaughter, because he has 2 granddaughters, right. This guy technically could make a claim for Emperor at some point. If we run out of the male line, so... Oh, nice. He's actually been called Alexios the Great. Nice. He's got the blood of Alexander in him. Nice. Okay, so he's in Constantinople now. So he has a son-in-law finally again. His great son-in-law. His last son-in-law died. It's a shame he's only got like the female line there. Venetians don't want peace after we crush them. Alright, so Nikitas can move into Rome. Oh my god. Even with that, it's still red face emoji. Is it an emoji? I guess you could call it that. So let's try and run them down. Let's go with night attack so we can isolate the fights. He's actually called Alexios the Great. Oh my god. Historically, wasn't the best candidate. That's why I love the sandbox experience in Total War. Manuel, in real life, became an okay emperor, but Alexios was shunned, and now in this series is the conqueror of Rome. It was the first time we went back over to Italy and claimed it since Justinian, I suppose. Okay, yeah, so it spawned again, but a little bit further south. We might need some more units there. Hang on. Let's just deal with that quickly. Yeah, I think if I perpetually crush it, I don't know if it's worth us doing it. Oh, there's a witch there we need to get rid of. That can really spread heresy as well. That's another thing. We're getting to the stage in the campaign. Look at that, 23%. Yikes. That stuff can really grow quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to besiege out Florence. Florenzi. And we'll try and bring Fiorentina into the fold. Let's move you to Napoli. Bro, I can't believe we nearly lost that full stack at sea. Yikes. Pisa nearly got me as well. Got me good. I'm actually curious. Like, what's the Orthodox pop here now? 57%. Like, we've had this for quite some time. Got the Hadrian Museum. I can't say that probably. Mausoleum? Nearly said museum. Okay. And I probably could remove some of these guys around a bit. They still have a pretty decent military build-up, but we sort of beat them back. Beat them into submission. Alright, so where were we? We were besieging out Florence. Alexios, 63 years of age, 17 battles. I think this is their faction leader. We outnumber them 4-1, definitely. 5-1. No need to play that one. No need to play battles unless we're going to outright lose them. So we'll burn Florence. Resistance is futile. Our French allies are not so happy. The HRE don't care so much. Alright, let's repair and retrain where we can. Are they interested in peace now? No. Fair enough, I suppose. Well, then we'll look to try and take their capital, Pisa, and then Bologna, I suppose. I think they have Genoa? I don't know. There was someone called Genoa. Oh, we can actually recruit here finally, which is nice. Someone invades Georgia. Okay. Got to keep an eye out on that. Suitable husband, Theodorus. Yeah, sure. The more the merrier. It does cost to get those guys married in. I need to remember that. Oh my god, he's got 3 sons now. Oh, wow. Yeah, the public order still ain't good here. So, still at war with the Abbasids. Probably could do with some priests out here. We might need to reshuffle this a bit. Sort of in this Kurdistan region. Northern Syria, public order seems to be a lot better. The Levant, not so much. I would like to... I do want to go on the offensive, but it's just a little bit hard. You just have to burn turns and wait. Oh, they've moved up another army here. Well, let's throw them back then. Oh, that was easy. They poshed it a bit. Okay. I wonder if they've got much more military might up here. They were probably only a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 size faction. Maybe they might not have much more armies left at Pisa, because we crushed one in Sicily, and we crushed an army here in the north. Yeah, okay. Well, oh wow, actually no, the public order is a lot better here. Oh, it's because I guess we burnt it quite recently. Okay, well let's make a play for Pisa. Let's get some of these mercs because we can't afford to wait on recruitment. So let's siege out Pisa. And we might be able to take this. I think securing Pisa, Bologna first. I think like the west / central coast of the Italian peninsula. Then we'll swing around and hit Iconia. I wouldn't mind peace with Venice, but we'll see. Ideally, we could take it as a prize. They actually have Verona. I'm a little bit shocked that the HRE don't have that much influence in northern Italy. They seem to focus more on the French compared to any other. Wait, the Danes want an alliance? What's this? Alright, during the end turn phase, the Danes have popped up. I think they're at war with England? I think that's England. Sure. Oh, maybe this would deter them ever getting attacked, potentially. Alright, welcome to the top of the term. So, skipped a little bit ahead. Still at war with the Abbasids, Venice, Sicily, and Pisa. And we are now ready to go against the Abbasids. So, I've fixed up the public order a little bit here. Just reshuffling units about. And we're going to make a play for their city. It's a little bit in the depths of Persia. So I'm going to offer them peace again, but they perpetually are saying no. We also made an alliance with the Danes, which is a little bit weird. I think that's because we have an alliance with the HRE. So if they ever get attacked, they might think twice about it, potentially. We're going to continue to try and offer peace with Venice. They're not interested. Still sieging out Pisa. We should be able to take it. We have a diplomat near Hungary because they have a piece of territory on the Arabian Peninsula, funnily enough. So, right, so once we got movement, we're going to move up there. They also probably have this as well. So they've probably only got 2 pieces of territory. It's so weird that Hungary are down here, though. Still keeping a watchful eye on the Egyptians, but once again, peace has broken out. They moved up another army, Pisa. How big is this one? Okay, they're just going to retreat again. Half a stack. We probably could push out here. We've already had 1 defensive siege. We outnumber them by 1,000. 20-7. No, we're good. What's this? The 3rd or 4th army again we've crushed? Doing quite well. Still got pretty bad public order issues in some of this territory. You're a new family member, so maybe move you to Florence to govern. You're quite young, so you probably haven't got a trait. We've got one of the emperor's nephews. No, that would be his cousin, technically, because it's his father. It's his uncle. It's his father, technically. The family tree is getting so big, it's a little bit hard to keep track who's who. Alright. So, we're going to take Pisa now on the coast. Oh my god, 4,000 a turn. Nice. So, it does look like they have Genoa. So, we might need to push there as well. Alright, we're going to go on the offensive. And we're going to push into Hamadan. We'll try again for peace. Hamadan. Maybe Hamadan. I think that's how you say it. Well, there's 2 armies there. The main one's actually outside for whatever reason. We've moved my assassins up, but I don't know if we can actually deploy any of them. Anyway, we'll get Co-Emperor Jonas to push. Oh, perfect. So we outnumber them by 800. Ooh, yikes. There's some pretty good units there. But we'll manually fight this one. Now, for whatever reason, I can't think of a single justification as to why no general would be commanding this, but so be it. Right, looking at the topography of this battlefield, ooh, a little bit difficult. I'm assuming they're going to sit on the high ground. So, I think it's a lot flat on this right side. So, what we want to try and do is slowly but surely slink around to this right-hand side. Because charging uphill is just an absolute death sentence. Especially if they're firing at us with skirmishers. That's a good way to lose this battle. So, if they charge me here when we're moving our units, we could have a problem. But if we can somehow slowly get to the apex of this hill and sit level, we should be okay. Because this is a really nice army, actually. We have 7 units of spearmen with improved armor to hold the front line. And we have 9 units of archers. 5 of which are mercenaries. And have some fantastic bonuses. We've been really relying on Eastern archers in this series. They're so good. We don't even need to recruit our own. We have our own peltasts essentially and javelins, but I would highly recommend using the Middle Eastern archers if you can. They're so good. Nearly turns every single land battle into every single offensive land battle into a defensive one. Because already some of these mercenaries are picking their targets. They've just got crazy range. They are expensive, yes, but we are a far-flung empire nowadays. We can afford it. Okay, so they are moving up a unit. We do have some swordsmen, which we're actually facing in this other build. Okay. Okay, a little bit of skirmishing going on. Now, it is a little bit risky pushing this far east, but thankfully we do have an alliance with the Seljuks. But for how much longer, only time will tell. Maybe in hindsight I should have married our next emperor to a Seljuk princess. We have a emperor called Alexios. Alexander, his namesake. I don't know. Maybe be a little bit too on the nose if Jonas was to marry a woman from in and around Mesopotamia. Might be, I don't know. It might lead to catastrophe. But funnily enough, Emperor Alexios, he does have a daughter and 2 granddaughters, but his line of succession is a little bit disputed and clear. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go with male preference primogeniture. I've kind of changed my mind. I kind of want to follow it. The line of kings born in purple, as it were. There was a trait. That was another thing as well. I think it was like, was it CK2? I guess it was CK3 thing. Yeah, born in purple was like a trait. That's why I wasn't the biggest fan of having that illegitimate heir at one point. Because not only was he from the female line, it's like he could have, he might have just been not even related to the emperor at all. If he was, yeah, because if, he probably wasn't at all. So it kind of makes sense that we had to get rid of him. Okay, so that's a little bit of a gap for my liking. So we're going to advance, but the problem is we're going to stop shooting for a little bit, which is okay. We're just going to have to deal with it. Alright, so here they come. The Abbasid Caliphate. I feel kind of bad. They were quite strong. The Zengids put up way more of a fight, but because they've been dealing with the Seljuks and myself, both carving up their empire. They've done quite well, the Seljuks. They tend to... Not always. It's usually the Abbasid Caliphate that rules supreme. But after the Crusaders, And the caliphates have sort of lost their power. A huge power vacuum has opened up for the Romans and the Seljuks, essentially. I suppose they've forgiven us for taking out their Turkic brethren in the Sultanate of Rum. Okay, let's try and flank around here now, particularly with those swordsmen. Oh my god. They do have a decent amount of skirmishes themselves, but they're just sort of fragmenting slightly. Now, thankfully, for whatever reason, the faction leader and 2 family members are inside. We haven't killed the captain yet, which is unfortunate, but we should be able to just run down this army, and then we can siege them out.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Only half the enemy force remains.
Just briefly looking at the topography and the choke points of where this settlement is. Oh, nice, we got the captain. It's probably not a bad place to defend. It sort of goes into a valley, doesn't it? Those Mesopotamian cities and territory in and around Baghdad and Basra. I feel like you can get attacked from like multiple sides there. Maybe slightly overextending is not too bad of an idea. We could potentially gift this to the Seljuks. Maybe. We'll see. The thing is, you really shouldn't trust alliances in Medieval 2. Particularly in this mod, but we have had 80 turns of an alliance with the Serbs and a couple of others, so I don't know. Alright, so let's make sure we get rid of them. We're going to loot the camp. And now we should be able to simply siege out the last of them. Okay, so a couple of them did escape, unfortunately. So let's siege. I could maybe get some mercenaries in. Yeah, let's get some of these swordsmen. They look quite good. They performed okay. We've got more money. We just need control A merge. Wait, what? El Fatimid. Wait, when did that happen? Oh, I didn't even notice that. We're at war with the Fatimids again. That must have happened during the end turn. Sometimes that can happen, like you can sneakily get declared war upon. Why did they do that? It's because we're fighting... That's bizarre. I think that I've had that happen in Medieval 2 before. I think it's happened in SSHIP before. Sometimes, like, it's usually like a big event, like they attack a settlement, right? And that's an attack, like when Pisa attacks Sicily. But sometimes they can just declare war upon you during the end turn, like weirdly. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how they go. If they besiege Ascalon, we should be okay. We've still got that full stack in the city, in and around the River Nile. We'll quickly just re-garrison it. Okay. My god, we're fighting on 3 fronts again. Alexios is pretty good here now, though. He can probably go and besiege Bologna after holding Rome for quite some time. Alright, let's continue on. Okay, so looks like the Abbasids are going to try and stop us during the end turn phase. Co-Emperor Jonas. The heir. What's that? 1,000? Okay, we outnumber them. 2-1. Although he's the faction leader, he's got no command. This guy's terrible. Terrible authority. To be fair, he's probably like the 4th or 5th leader. They're sort of running out. Oh yeah, he should be commanding. He's a bit better. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to lose this one. We're good. It was really that main army, the 1,600 that we crushed on the outskirts. Nice. Perfect. Clear victory. Easy. Let's burn it. And take Hamadan. A new era for the Abbasids. Okay. Let's marry you off. Sure. Oh, so technically it was the captain that took it. Right, so he didn't go in. That's annoying. I guess the captain got the command. Alright, let's just try and farm these assassins, because if not, we're not going to be able to use these guys we moved. Alright, let's run them down completely. Let's release, because I am open for peace. Yeah, this is actually not a bad place to defend from. Oh wait, they've taken a settlement in the north. Or maybe they're pushing into the Caucasus, the Seljuks. Yikes. Or was that a rebel territory there, potentially? Yeah, look at this. Look at the mountains there. Surrounding. Okay, I was trying to mobilize another force, but I don't know if we're going to need it. What I could do is maybe move a full stack there, so then we can move Jonas out, because I don't really have much of an ambition to continue north or eastward just yet. Okay, so back in Bologna, the siege equipment is being built, where they brought up another army. Okay, they're not going to be in range though. Fort at 1. Well, Bologna is now ours, and then if they attack us again, we should be able to throw that army back. Nice. Alexios is going on a mega offensive. Alexios the Great, Alexander the Great, Part 2, Italian Boogaloo, has taken Florence, Bologna, and now Pisa. We'll try and replenish and repair where we can. Alrighty, how things are going back over here in the east. Okay, so nearly got a full stack there. You're heading back to the Levant. We'll sit on the defensive. If they do attack me, we should be able to throw them back. From what I can see here, there might be some units in the Fog of War, but they don't seem to have a crazy amount of forces. I'm surprised they are at war with me, to be honest. They were in a far superior position last time we were at war. Alright. We'll wait for some more units to get down there. And some generals, ideally. Alright, back up in Bologna. This army's now come out against us. Their heir is there. Interesting. Alright, let's march out. Let's bring you up. And we'll throw him back. So we got... That's 4-1. The Duke of Liguria. Adopted son. Wait, really? Oh, okay. Maybe the Pisa family tree has been eliminated for the most part. Oh, hang on. Marco is the Duke of Nice. Interesting. So they're actually that far west as well. Okay. Alright, let's throw them back. Let's be chivalrous and we'll release. Because I probably could make peace with Pisa for now. I think taking Genoa, maybe even Nice, might overextend us slightly. The thing is, Bologna is such a crucial settlement in the north to hold. It's like really good. Okay, so thankfully we've got no more martial law here in Mosul, and most of this eastern territory will eventually be under our control, so we'll build a watchtower. But now that we have an alliance with the Seljuks, I don't trust them, of course. We can probably look to move some of these military assets and personnel. We've also got a fair bit of money in the bank. We can probably spend on these watchtowers here. So it looks like we've taken a little bit of far western Persian territory. Interesting. We can ferry some more units up. So ideally, we can probably keep 2 full stacks over here to defend against the Persians. We'll move a couple of our armies over to Jerusalem / Ascalon. That full stack is still sitting outside the castle. If they attack, we'll deal with it, but there's no ambition for me just yet to throw them back. Got a full stack there as well, so we'll look to mobilize them eventually. We're in no rush. Still at war with Venice, of course. Dude, Verona is massive. That's a massive city. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and garrison Pisa and Florenzi where we can, and I think I want to try and hold Iconia and take it. And then trying to hold these like 4 cities in the north is going to take quite some time. So I could sue... I am open for peace with them. So let's move some units up from Napoli. And we'll try and hold. I don't know what's happened to Sicily. You forget we're still at war with them. I don't know where they've been. It's been Pisa, who's been the major threat in Sicily, funnily enough. Alright, let's move some units up to Bologna. Public order's looking a little bit better here. We'll eventually wait for martial law to subside in these cities. Alright, let's besiege Iconia now. It's a small wooden castle, so we should be able to take it with ease. The settlement itself's not going to be difficult, it's just depending on military forces moving up. Okay, let's move these guys there. And we'll get them on the move. We could even maybe move some forces from Napoli and Brundisium, as it were, to eventually Iconia. It's got a watchtower there. The King of Georgia is dead. Oh, yikes. Nice. No more martial law in Florence. And Patrikos Angelinos. Who were you exactly? Oh, you were Alexios the Illegitimate's son. Okay. Scotland and the HRE at war with England. Hilarious. Okay, so Co-Emperor Jonas is going to head down to, I believe, the last of the Abbasids territory in actually, it's like near Bahrain. Okay. My God, look at the desert here. We could eventually, after, maybe get him to push against the Hungarians, but we'll see. So we're keeping a strong military presence here. Got some generals and family members, just to deter any Seljuk incursion. We've moved our priests around as well. Alright, I've also mobilized 2 full stacks in the Levant. They're ready to go. We have Nathaniel Vikos, who is the Emperor's grandson-in-law. So, we'll see if this guy becomes a good commander. If the male line does die out, he's more than likely going to be the first from the female line selected, if you know what I mean. Because then he'll follow his line, potentially, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see. Alright, let's do some preemptive striking here. Okay, unfortunately not doing too well. We'll eventually try and move the full stack out of Damiat, but the public order there isn't the best. We'd like to get some more watchtowers in and around this Cairo region. So, we've probably got 3 full stacks ready to go. Alright, back over in southern Italy, things have died down a little bit. Okay, Venice has moved up an army, but I don't think it's going to be in time for us to stop taking Iconia. I'm surprised they're trying to stop that from falling, instead of redoubling their efforts to try and take Bologna. I guess it's their territory, so they want to defend it, rather than taking Pisa's. It might be a bit weird. Alright, so we're going to move that army up from Bari, and yep, we'll hold it just to make sure we can bring this one up. Okay. And we can't get... Okay, we can get it there. We can just reshuffle this along. Constantly juggling public order. Just moving generals and units about. Oh, there's actually a small army there. We didn't see. Lucky it wasn't too big. Ooh, I think we're good to auto-resolve this one. There's no generals, that's the only thing. Okay, yeah. No, we're good. Because we're going to have to turn around and probably deal with that army. We're probably going to have to play manually those 2 battles anyway. Oh! Emperor Alexios the Great was severely wounded. Yikes. Uh-oh, what happened? He's 66. Severely wounded. These fighting wounds can't be shrugged off. He somehow lives. Oh no. 22. Beyond battle. This man is no longer physically capable of taking the field of battle. Oh no! He's going to forget a lot what he learned during his military career. Oh, that's kind of sad. He's becoming a bit senile at 66. So we might not see many more conquests of Alexios. We might have to allow his nephews and various other family members take the reins. Rip. Maybe he should spend his last days in Rome. Alright, let's try and sue for peace. But as we are, yeah, our relations are terrible. And our reputation isn't the best. Because we're still, well, burning settlements to the ground. Oh my God, Toulouse is under Moor's control. You know, look really Moorish. Okay. Wow. So the Reconquista is kind of failing in this series. That could be interesting. Because Justinian did have a little bit of southern Italy, southern Spain under his control. Alright, well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed episode 17 of this daily hour-long Medieval 2 Total War SSHIP Byzantine Roman series. Stay tuned for episode 18 coming out at the exact same time tomorrow, where we're going to be pushing against Egypt. We're going to be trying taking more territory in the Italian peninsula, and we're going to be keeping a watchful eye on the Sassanids. I mean the Seljuks. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.